Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, or we haven't met you yet, we're glad to have you here. My name is Don.
I'm Tina.
And we are oldpeopleprobsrv. Okay, so last week we started into a topic of conversation about changes. And I think there's a song about changes out there somewhere. But you know, anyways, in life, things are always changing. And Tina knows my mind relates to food and music, and that's how I think about a lot of things. But anyhow, life is ever changing. And speaking of that, this year we're making some big changes.
We are. And we had said last week, one of the things we said is we're changing our name.
Yes, we are.
But we didn't announce the name change, what it's going to be last week.
So keep watching and we'll tell you at the end.
So we decided that we really needed to give you a little bit of backstory first before we got into that, because it really does relate to the reason we're changing our name. So we started full-time 2.5 years ago. And when we started, we did like a little test run, went to Arizona in the early part of the year of 23 and wanted to see, kind of get our feet wet. Is this definitely something we want to do before we sell our house?
We were both full-time. I was already remote working, and Tina was remote, but she had to be local or in certain states, so she had to get approval to travel. Yeah,
so I only had certain states I was able to work in, and that wasn't really going to work well with what we wanted to do. And I was at the point in my life where I was contemplating retiring anyway, but before I quit my job and sell our house, we wanted to make sure, we were pretty sure it's what we wanted to do, but we wanted to do just a quick test run.
Yeah, and we like each other and we love each other, but do we like each other enough to spend all of our time in a little bitty living space, kind of like a genie in some movie we know.
24/7, 365 days a year. So thank goodness that's still a yes.
Yes, it's still a yes. Yes, we like each other so much so that if she goes to the grocery or I go to work on the truck or just different things like that, it's like, oh man, when are they going to get back? Like, where are they going?
Yeah. So anyways, when we did this, we went out to Arizona. Never had been out west at all. And at the time we had a 2016 Primetime Crusader Light, fifth wheel, had a mid bunk. So Don used the mid bunk as his office. I used the kitchen table dinette as my office. And it worked out well. But while we were out there, at the end of it, we decided, man, we don't want to stop doing this. Like, we are loving this. We didn't want to go back home. We didn't want to get back in our house and stuff. And we were at that time both working while we were out there. So it wasn't work at all. It's just we were enjoying it so much.
It was life. So it wasn't like being on vacation.
Yeah.
And then we made a mistake of touring her cousin's RV.
Yeah. So we were like, man, you know, this is what we want to do. So we were looking at, okay, if we're living in this, how is this realistically going to work? The other thing we decided at the time is we thought we were going to need all these things. Yep. And I know you hear it when you go on the road. When you do this, everybody says the same thing. I need way less than I ever thought I did. Yep. But we also thought our lifestyle was going to be different.
Oh, it's a lot different than what we thought it was going to be. Yeah.
I knew I was going to retire. He still has to work because we have bills to pay. Yeah. It's not a free lifestyle. In fact, it's anything but that. So,
true.
So, you know, it's not like we can go, like we're on vacation every day. We can't go. He has to work Monday through Friday. We have to travel on the weekends because of him working. And then the weekends is really the time we're going out exploring. So it was just very different. We thought, oh, we have 2 kayaks. We're going to bring those with us because we're going to kayak everywhere we go, anytime there's an opportunity. And we need e-bikes because that's what all the YouTubers have. So I got an e-bike and he had a regular bike, but was going to get an e-bike because we're going to go biking everywhere. And then we were like, oh, and of course, you know, we got to get like a motorcycle or something because there's places you go that the truck's not going to fit. So we need another source of travel.
A second vehicle would be amazing.
Yeah. So we're either going to get a smart car or we're going to get a motorcycle, or we're going to get a Spider or something to that effect. So the most obvious thing was a toy hauler.
Yep.
So I really, 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 really wanted a brand new toy hauler, but we both felt like it wasn't the right thing to do.
We almost bought one at Hershey that year.
Yeah, in 22, we did almost buy one.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, but it's also a lot of money.
Yes.
So we decided that we would buy a used one. So while we were in Tucson,
2,000 miles away from our home state of Ohio.
yeah. What did we do?
We bought a Momentum 394, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's one without the
394M.
Yeah,
One without the bathroom. Toy hauler. And if for those of you that are thinking about this right now, as my father-in-law, Tina's dad, calculated very quickly, we now have 2 fifth wheels, one truck, 2,000 miles away from our home state of Ohio.
Yeah. It was a 2018. It was a super good deal. Like it was a
really good deal.
Really good deal. We couldn't pass it up. We found out very quickly why it was a good deal.
It was used.
Very used.
A lot.
Very used. It needed a lot of work. It had a lot of holes in the walls, a lot of damage. The things were falling apart on it. The back patio was all bubbled because it had been left down during the rain.
Yep.
There was a crack by the bedroom slide.
Yeah, I don't know that we noticed that right away.
We didn't notice that right away. And then a lot of the trim had fallen off. So of course we were concerned about the big word that nobody wants to talk about.
Yeah, frame flex.
So we traveled around in it.
Yeah, but when we bought it, we went to close, so we bought it in Phoenix. We were in Tucson, had to move to Benson.
But saying all this to say that Momentum was a great test for us as to what our needs were living in it full time, and if we wanted to stay with the toy hauler or we needed something different. The whole time we were out for the first year, never used the kayaks, never used the bikes.
Nope.
And then decided with where we go and what we do, probably wouldn't get the money out of buying something.
Motorcycle,
Spider, any of that. So then, although he used the toy hauler for his office, and it was great putting the patio down, we started noticing all these different things that were going to need to be done. Mm-hmm. I did a few cosmetic updates, which did make a big difference, but there were like big holes in the wall and stuff, which I don't know how that happens, but
kids didn't want to sleep in the Happy Jack beds.
Yeah, so they were sleeping in the living room. So all these things we thought were going to be perfect with a toy hauler weren't working out exactly the way we thought. Not to mention the fact that all of my cosmetic stuff that I wanted to do, like wallpapering and all that all got pushed to the side because the money had to go to maintenance to keep us on the road full time.
Not to mention the first 4 or 6 weeks we thought we had, and money we thought we had, went into fixing up the other house.
Right. Yeah, that's true. A lot of that time and money went into repairing the rental, which we were not counting on. So that played a big part in it too. So anyway, we got to the point, we went to the Hershey show then in 24. So at this point we had been on the road a little over a year.
And we had traveled all over the place. We've been to Arizona, been to Florida, down on West Palm.
All up the east.
Back up the east.
Coast, up to Ohio and all that, Pennsylvania.
Virginia, North Carolina, all that stuff.
So at that point, we had to make a decision because it really was getting to the point where we were going to have to sock a lot of money into this 2018 Momentum. And we started pricing things, and we were like, okay, we're at the fork in the road. We're either going to have to dump a lot of money to keep it roadworthy and comfortable living in, and are we going to get our money back out of it. If we dump all this money in, we're committing that we're keeping this thing for a long time.
Yeah.
Or do we bite the bullet, scratch it, and buy something new? Because at this point, we know we want to continue to do this as long as we can.
Yep. And in the middle of this, I had a bright idea. Let's go to Hershey and let's film for our channel so we can film some RVs and put them on our channel, because that'd be great, because people want to know what the new RVs look like.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So we did, but
we
in
did.
the process, we found
somebody's eyes got a twinkle in them, and she said, "I could picture us in this," and the salesman ears went, "Oh, somebody say they could picture themselves in this RV? Oh, that would be amazing. What do you have? Maybe we sit down at the table." And next thing I know, we're sitting at a table talking to people about money, and I'm like, I'm just supposed to be filming.
Yeah, but it was one we had seen a couple years prior to that we said, this is probably going to be our next RV.
Yeah.
So we had been watching it, keeping an eye on it. The prices had started to come down some. So we ended up getting our Alliance Paradigm 395 DS. And the first thing we did was we took the bed out of the second bedroom, and Don has made a desk, which that'll be on a separate video.
Yep.
But turned that into an office, and it works out beautifully. Absolutely love it. Don't regret any of it.
Nope.
Whew, that swamp's stinky.
We're now walking through the woods next to the swamp, and it smells like a porta potty.
Oh man. I think I took a big breath. Anyway, sorry about that. It was, oh my gosh.
If you've ever walked past a nasty swamp, let us know down in the comments.
Yeah, and 2 ducks were swimming in it. I was like, wow. Yeah. Anyway, where was I?
395.
It's still smelling. Yeah. So it's nature trails. Not quite as pleasant as sometimes.
We're getting in touch with nature.
Woo. Anyway, love it. Absolutely love it. We actually are going to film a tour of the inside of it so you can see it. So we've been doing that the last year, living in that. And so
that baby's been all over the place.
That has been. But you can go back and watch some of those videos of our first travels, both in the Momentum and in the Paradigm.
Yeah.
So 2.5 years later, we do have a lot of lessons learned. We have a lot of things that we have learned that we don't need. I feel like I purge all the time, but definitely have downsized a lot. Still have more downsizing to do, but learned a lot. And I guess out of everything we've learned up to this point is, if you decide that this is something you want to do, then number one, you need to do your research and find out what you think is going to work best for you as far as an RV. You don't have to have a brand new 6-figure RV. Or a brand new truck. You don't have to have a brand new truck. You don't have to have all these fancy gadgets.
Our truck's a 2018, and we got 2,000 and like 20 or 30,000 miles on it.
200.
Or 200
yeah.
30,000 miles on it, something like that.
Yeah. So you can do it as cheap or as expensive as you want. A lot of people boondock. Of course, that comes with its own investment with solar, but just do your research. And if I can say probably one piece of advice of anything is, if you're new to this and you haven't really RV'd much, or you have but you've only done it like here and there, I would get a used RV, not invest a ton of money to test it out and make sure that it's something that you're going to be comfortable and it meets all your needs. Because
or rent one. Yeah,
but I would rent one for more than a week, because you might not know in just a week. But point is that you're not going to know until you're out here and you're living in it, because there's a big difference between living in the RV versus camping versus part-time versus seasonal, because we've done all that. We had the seasonal spot, we had the vacation RV, we had the weekend RV. Like, we've done just about every different kind of camping you can think of.
Even tents with 5 kids and a baby.
Yeah. When we first started 28 years ago.
Yeah. And you can get the wrong perception if you're watching somebody it's always sitting in Margaritaville by the pool sipping Mai Tais, because that is a very expensive lifestyle, and most of us can't do that.
Some people can, and that's great, but a lot of people do it once in a great while as their vacation. It's not an everyday thing for 99% of the people out there. So just keep that in mind. You don't have to have a rich bank account to do it. You just have to be wise. You have to put yourself on a budget and do your research.
And you have to be determined. And if you're married, what is the greatest piece of advice you would give anybody out there?
Patience.
Patience. And make sure you're both on the same page.
Yes.
If you are thinking about this lifestyle, get into it. Make sure you're both on the same page.
Yeah.
Talk about it. Pros and cons.
But overall, we're extremely happy that we are doing what we're doing. Want to continue to do that for many years ahead.
Yep.
Which now brings us to
ta-da-da-da.
Why are we doing a name change?
Why are we doing a name change?
So when we first started doing this, Don had brought it up years before we even started doing this, and I was like, oh heck no.
She laughed.
Then I started watching YouTubers, and I am so thankful for YouTube, because if it wasn't for that, I don't know that I would have ever been able to do it. Started watching other YouTubers, and the fact that they didn't have it all perfect and figured it out, but they worked through it, and all the different experiences they had. And we watched the ones that didn't have it all right, that they made mistakes and they had fumbles along the way.
Might not be scripted.
Not scripted, but they were just themselves and they figured it out.
Yeah.
Those were the people we were drawn to. And then I was like, you know, maybe I can do this. And then on top of it, that's why we do YouTube, not because, you know, we don't make any money or anything like that on it. But just the fact that, number one, it's a way for us to film our memories. It's a way for us to share with our kids and them to see things that they're not able to see along the way with us. And then also to put it out there for other people who might be like me, who were not sure about it, thought about it, but maybe no, or maybe you don't want to do it, but you just want to see a different life than what you're living. So, you know, we just thought it would be fun to put it out there. We do not take ourselves seriously.
No.
We do not claim to be perfect or experts or anything like that.
If you're looking for great speakers or great cameramen or something like that, we ain't them.
No, not us. But we're just ourselves, and we're just sharing our story.
We also had some health issues that made us have some really deep conversations about life.
Yeah.
And made us start to question if we were going to make it to retirement, and if we did, were we going to be able to live the retirement we wanted to live?
Yeah.
And
and those were really hard conversations. And you know, thank God I was healed, and things turned out much better than the doctors had thought and we had thought. But at that point, it was like, okay, you're not guaranteed tomorrow. You don't know what's going to happen. And we have an opportunity to do this. Let's try it. Let's do it. You know, worst case scenario, we quit doing it. We go back to Ohio and we get another house. But I'm just happy to say that we're just very, very happy and doing what we're doing.
Yep,
So,
we love it.
we do love
think
it.
It's great.
So now, name change. When we started, we were sitting around a campfire one night trying to think of a name. And our daughter, we were talking about some kind of issues we were having. I don't even know what they were. But
yeah, she was in college, and we were sitting around a fire one night and just talking about, you know, different issues with the RV and life and empty nesting and other stuff.
Empty nesting was a big one, because that's a part of life that people don't always talk about.
And
kind of
pro tip, not that I'm a pro, but pro tip, if you're married and have a family, work on your relationship between the two of you and not just your children, because one day, whether you like it or not, you're going to be without your kids. Your kids are going to move on. It's going to be the two of you. And if you haven't invested,
just the two of us. Isn't that a song?
That is a song. You're so smart. But if you haven't invested in your relationship, then you're going to be looking at each other like, who are you? You may find out you have different interests.
Yeah.
You may find out the romance is gone, or you know, you've just preoccupied yourself with so many other things that it can be quite a challenge. So
have your date nights and make sure you're making each other a priority for sure. Thank goodness someone had told us that, and so we really tried to do that.
Yeah.
So anyway, we get off topic a lot. So we were sitting around the campfire and we were talking about something going on, and our daughter said, well, that sounds like old people probs to me. And we kind of laughed and stuff, and Don's like, oh, that's it, that's a great title.
Yeah.
So we couldn't think of anything better, to be honest. So we just went with that. We were trying to kick off the channel, and we were like, oh, okay, that sounds good.
Kind of toying around with it. So I was like, old people probs works. Got a lot of problems. They seem to find me. So, you know, that'll work.
Well, this is true. That's just RV life. It's not just you, though. It's just RVs in general.
Some are self-inflicted. Some are not.
True. But anyway, every time we met somebody or talked to somebody and they asked us what the name of our channel was, they were like, oh, that's kind of cute, it's kind of catchy. But then they would do a second take and look at us and be like, well, you're not old, which, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Because we are, well, I am anyway, I'm a little older than him. But
what?
But, you know, we're older than maybe people think, you know, which, thank you again. But anyway, we kind of got the same reaction. And then we started talking and we were like, you know, what is our channel really about? And really, when we first hit the road, we didn't know. We were just filming and, you know, whatever. But,
throwing stuff out, raw video, whatever.
Yeah. But we got to talking about it and we're like, you know, our focus is mainly just our everyday life, things that happen to us, and different places we go and different places we travel. But then also along the road, you run into problems and you run into things that break and you run into difficulties. So we were driving one day
out in Arizona in the middle of the desert.
Yeah. And the thought came to us that we're just following the stripes in the road.
Yep.
That everywhere we go, no matter what part of the country we're in, no matter what the weather, no matter what the circumstances, we're just following the stripes in the road.
Yep.
And in life, you have different stripes in your road. You have different seasons, so the stripes change. You have different circumstances that may come up. So sometimes it causes you to take a detour from what you planned. Sometimes it causes you to come into a Y in the road and you have to make a decision. Sometimes you get to a point where it's completely closed down and you don't know what to do.
It's a dead end.
It's a dead end. So there's different avenues. Yeah, how I said avenues.
Yes. That was slick.
There are different avenues that we go down in life that are constantly changing, and the road in our life is constantly changing. Some we can control, some we can't.
And sometimes you need a rest stop.
And sometimes you need a rest stop. Exactly. So our new name of our channel is
Stripes in the Road.
Stripes in the Road.
That stuck with us.
Yeah. So that's our new channel. We feel like, or our new channel name, we feel like it speaks more to our lifestyle, what we're about, how it's ever changing, how sometimes, you know, you run into different rough roads.
Yep.
Sometimes they're smooth roads. Sometimes they're forks in the road. Sometimes there are no passing zones. Sometimes they're 70 miles an hour, and sometimes they're 20 miles an hour.
Sometimes there's a blowout.
Sometimes you have a blowout. So anyway, we just thought it was more appropriate to our channel and what we do. We're really excited about it.
Oh, we're very excited.
We are so excited because we just feel like there's so many possibilities to go with it. And Don has been working on a new logo for us. You might have noticed there has been a little bit of a change in our format. We actually got a new program that we use for editing for YouTube. We also have been kind of testing out some of its new little bells and whistles that it has.
Yep.
And we decided that with a new name that we need a new intro. So we don't have right now an intro. We're still working on that format. And we also are looking at, I just lost my train of thought. What else are we looking at? Intro and, what it looks like as far as the narrative and what kind of things we want to film and put out there. So it's probably going to be more and more of just everyday life and like what a normal day looks like for us and things like that. But then also more raw footage on when bad things happen instead of telling you after the fact, showing you in the moment, just so you can see our journey along the stripes in the road.
Not to mention, we hope to build a community.
Yes.
Stripes and Road people.
Yeah.
We're still working out the names on that. Have some names, but still working on it. But, you know, one thing is that this can play in a lot of different directions, but we all can be stripes in other people's road. We can help them along the way.
Yes.
And where they make it to in their journey in life. And we want to do that too. We want to be, the lighting is horrible right there in that turn.
I know, the sun is really.
We're in a blackout there. But anyways, we want to be stripes in your road.
Yes.
Whether you're RVing, boating, living at home, taking vacations, part-timers, full-timers, whatever.
Yeah.
If you hate RVing, if you hate camping, if you hate any of that stuff, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Absolutely.
We just want to be stripes in your road to help you have a better life yourself.
Yeah.
And with your family, share some of the things that we've learned along the way.
Yeah.
We are a blended family.
Yep.
We have 5 children.
Yes.
And a wide variance in ages.
Yeah.
3 boys and 2 girls. And
no.
we have
3 girls.
3 girls and 2 boys. I have like, I don't know. They're walking too long. My legs are hurting really bad. 2 girls and 2 boys. Jeez, how did I mess that up?
One of the girls is going to be insulted.
Yeah, I'm going to get phone calls over that one. So, anyways, Dad, what were you thinking?
Which one were you forgetting about? Yeah.
3 girls, 2 boys. Oh, it's on the inside of my skull.
Yeah.
And we have how many grandchildren?
6.
6 grandchildren.
As of right now.
As
we
of
have
right
6. Now. Yeah.
So, yeah. So we have a lot of life experiences to share with you.
And inexperiences.
And inexperiences. And just, you know, things that happen or we do along the way.
And also, I would say, I didn't mean to interrupt you. To add to that, if you somehow get detoured and you have to somehow, you haven't figured out how to get back on the road. And by the road, I don't mean necessarily traveling. If you're down and out and you're trying to get back to a better place, because life happens to all of us.
Yes.
We're hoping to build a community where we can help and support each other with that. So we really want to be able to add value to each other's life.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's really where we're at. We're at a point in our life where, you know, we want to make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
We want to help others, and we just don't always know how to do that. So we're hoping that this might be a way for us to build that community, be able to be support for each other. And, you know, it can be lonely out there, whether you're on the road or whether you're living in a house in a big subdivision. It can still feel lonely sometimes, especially when you're empty nesters.
Yeah.
And you don't have to be retired or, you know, up in age to feel that way. You know, we all started families at different parts in our life, and some are very young when their kids leave home, and some are, you know, older. Some have never had children, which is also, you know, part of the journey.
Yep.
And even if you've never had kids, you're still going through chapters in your life. You're still trying to figure things out, and you still have just the 2 of you.
Yeah.
And so it's not isolating one particular group or one particular category or age or anything like that. And we felt like our old title, Old People Probs, we might have been isolating ourselves to the older community. Not that that's a bad thing, but we really want to be open to all ages, all groups, and not give the perception that we're directing it towards one area.
We want to engage with you, all of you.
Yes.
If you're seeing this video and you wonder, am I important to them? You are. We want to engage with you.
Absolutely, we do.
We have
We want to
things.
get to know you.
We want to get to know you. We want to meet you on the road.
And you get to know us.
You get to know us. And sometimes it's going to be good. Sometimes it's going to be bad. Sometimes you're going to like what we say. Sometimes you're not. But that's okay. Friends. That's what happens. That's what happens.
And that's what friends do. You're not always going to agree on everything, just like we don't always agree on everything. And, you know, the important thing is respect and respect each other's opinions and just agree to disagree. And that's perfectly fine. So, you know, we want to have that interaction. We want to have those comments so we can, you know, have that interaction and hopefully see you on the road.
Yep. And we have some things we're working on to give back and to make some impacts.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can get our community growing and we can do those things. And whether you're out here on the road or you're at home and don't travel or can't travel, some of those things we have in the works, you could get involved into from your home or whatever. And
maybe we'll be in your area.
And maybe we'll be in your area.
Yeah, we can, you know, still get together.
And we still get together and meet up, meet for dinner or something.
Yeah.
Or have a cookout. We like cookouts.
Yeah.
That way, you know, you don't have to spend a whole lot of money, but you can still get together and have a good time.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the big news.
Yep. New name is Stripes in the Road.
Yep.
Come along with us. Be a stripe. We want to be a stripe.
Follow along with us as we follow the stripes in the road.
Yeah, follow along
with us. And then just be watching for, you know, the new format. And also we have done in the past What's Up Wednesday. And this year we've been releasing our videos on Wednesday, but we haven't focused on What's Up Wednesday. You want to go this way?
Yeah.
But we have had a few people asking us about it. So give us your feedback. Is that something you want us to continue to do? Maybe we could do What's Up Wednesday and then do another couple shorts or something.
Super Saturday or something.
Yeah, for other parts of the week or whatever. Or are you like, I really don't care or whatever. But, you know, give us your feedback. Give us your comments. Let us know what you think about the new name. Let us know. We'll put the new logo out on the screen when we post this. Let us know what you think of the new name. And give us suggestions and ideas. We're totally new to this. I'm sure you figured out by now we have no idea what we're doing with this whole YouTube thing. So give us feedback. If you're experienced and you know what you're doing, or you have ideas and suggestions, or you've never done YouTube but you just want to share things you'd like to see or things you think that we're completely messing up, let us know, because we're learning with you.
Or if you want to meet up, we'll be in your neighborhood and you think, you know, we could have a meet up with you guys or you and some of your friends or whoever, let us know. Maybe if we're going to be in the area, we'll try to meet up and get together.
Yep.
We've met a few people we've met along the road. So we have.
And it's wonderful. I love that.
Anyways, I think this video is long enough.
Yeah.
I think I can't feel my hand anymore from holding the selfie stick. And I've got all kinds of weird looks as we walk around the campground here.
We have.
But we thank you guys for being with us.
Thank you, yes.
Or as we make this transition from Old People Probs RV to Stripes in the Road.
Yep.
All right, we'll see you next time.
See you along the road.
Please like, comment, and subscribe.
Yep.
Talk to you later. Bye.